Third man in the cage is the Bandit, the best in the business, Mr. Dickie Larkin.
And we are underway.
Mullen does have an extensive K1 and Muay Thai experience, of course, being a former ISKA K1 champion at 60 kilos. We really are just waiting for Shane Mullen to put it all together and hit that next level of his progression. Nice inside leg kick, a little bit tentative from both men here, clearly respectful of one another's abilities.
And working out the range. You can see Mullen changing stances there, trying to work out what's the best approach. A lovely switch kick there.
Somebody's been watching Cobra Kai.
Some exchange between the fighters there.
Nice pivot step there from Mullen. It wasn't just backtracking, just cut the angle beautifully for himself.
Completely out of the way, yeah. Some excellent footwork.
Very, very loose is Shane Mullen here.
He's got him backed up against the cage now. Or at least he had. Fighters back to the center of the octagon. Mullen chasing him down.
Vangsvik looking a little bit more the tighter fighter. Hasn't quite got loose. Mullen really starting to open up now. Yeah. A beautiful inside leg kick there.
Mullen is displaying quite the precision in his striking when he lets go. And I think Ulrik is going to have to start generating some offense here.
You could even go as far as to say his precision is precise, Mark.
You could say that.
A Mike Goldberg classic there for the older fans. Oh, nice check hook. And again, because Mullen is switching his stances so much, Vangsvik can't really get a read on where these shots are coming from. Nice catch to the sweep, perhaps. Could be looking at a guillotine here. We can't quite see how deep it is. But, oh no, that looks deep underneath.
Putting pressure on it. He thinks he has something here.
Needs to compact himself a little bit more and get that head in nice and deep.
It's just one hand at the minute, and I can see Vangsvik has both hands against it, so he should be able to keep himself safe. Beautiful
Diversity of strikes being shown here by Mullen. He's just trying to readjust into the ninja choke. Trying to grab the bicep, doesn't quite have it. But he has it now. Used the shot to loosen himself up. That looks tight. He's going high out. Needs to go high elbow with it. And no tap being elicited yet. He just needs to bide his time with it.
No, but Ulrik reacted there like he was very uncomfortable. He did well. Stayed calm under pressure there.
You have to give credit to both fighters there. Vangsvik for toughing it out and Mullen for not putting everything into it.
Yeah. More exchanges there. They've obviously got something going between them there about the high kicks.
This is a real fun fight. Oh, nice shot down the middle from the Norwegian man.
Vangsvik's starting to move forward now, which is good.
It just cuts right across the legs beautifully. He's always creating angles for himself, and that's what's so impressive.
I am loving the interaction between these two. This is great. It's strange to say it, but this is how friends are forged inside the cage.
We had a conversation about this earlier, Mark.
We did. See? You see what I mean? Sometimes.
You do know somebody that little bit better once you've shared a cage, once you've shared a ring with them, once you've shared the mats with them.
Do you want to know your friends better? Punch them in the face. That's all I'm saying. 90-degree pivots better than Pac-Man here whenever the shots come through. Because Ulrik gets thrown a couple of straight, and all of a sudden he pivots and he's gone. That's really excellent to watch. So here we go, round two.
Mullen like the little boy that fell out of the tree. When you try and see him, he's just not there anymore.
Exactly. Oh dear. Now that would be an example of how not to make friends.
Well, that's the issue when you're throwing the inside leg kicks. When you're switching stances and from that southpaw position throwing the inside leg kick, all your opponent has to do is move incrementally and it's a shot to the groin. No ill intent there coming from Mullen whatsoever.
No. In the first round, he had one that was very, very close to what just happened there. Within a whisker, if you'll forgive the conceit. But that one definitely landed, and Ulrik has taken the time now to recover.
And he does have the full 5 minutes with which to compose himself. But again, it's one of those things in mixed martial arts, in any combat sport, that as soon as you see it, it's like driving past a car wreck. You don't want to look at it, but you can't help but crane your neck to see it again.
And it's so empathic because you can almost feel it.
Straight back into the action we go. Oh, barrage here from Vangsvik, pressuring Mullen up against the cage. Yeah. This is perhaps the first time we've seen in the fight thus far where Mullen's had to be defensive.
And Vangsvik now is fully loosened up and moving forward. Wasn't set back by that groin shot, thankfully. And now we're really going to see the best of both these fighters, I believe.
This is already longer than Vangsvik has gone. in his young MMA career. Wondering how much fatigue will play a part. This is uncharted territory, trying to go for a guillotine choke there, but Mullen very much acutely aware of it, able to defend.
You read that very early, you're right, Phil. And now trying to generate some top control.
Again, softening up with some knees to the body there, and it's constant, perpetual pressure from Mullen that's so impressive. Maybe trying to set up, and potentially looked like he was trying to set up a choke there. May have switched to the north-south, but decides to let it go, and right now just punishing Vangsvik with big shots here.
I think if he starts setting up those ground shots with fakes, he'll start to generate some real damage.
Trying to pass the side control here. Vangsvik barely holding on. Oh, beautiful. The pass to side control and the mount may take the back here. Vangsvik doing a good job to try and reclaim half guard.
Excellent reaction, getting his knees between them again. He's going to need to keep moving, however, because the 1 or 2 shots that Shane landed there were powerful.
And he's just doing a great job. He's not committing 100% to these shots, but he's throwing enough to preoccupy Vangsvik, which then opens up the space for him to progress into the likes of the side control and then the mount.
Exactly, Phil. Exactly what he did to get that pass earlier.
Vangsvik trying to wrap up an arm here, but constant movement. No wasted energy whatsoever from Mullen. Turning and up now.
Great jump up by Vangsvik. He got to his feet well. Now can he convert this into some forward momentum, which he really needs to do to have any chance of taking this round back, because it's been mostly Mullen in this second stanza.
Scope here for big knees from Mullen.
Right on cue. He lands one, Phil.
Doing a beautiful job of pulling him away from the cage so he doesn't have that space to prop himself up. A little bit more into the open forum of the mat, making it difficult for Vangsvik. Currently sitting in that pretty much a half mount position now, that anchor position, just compressing the body of Vangsvik, landing big shots.
10 seconds left. He could try and go for broke with a few shots here if he wanted. There's a lot of limbs in between him. It's like a bowl of human spaghetti right there. But either way, that's the end of the second round.
So far in the career of the 22-year-old MMA fighter. Still looks fresh, still looks very loose.
Getting the crowd behind him now for this third round.
Step back into the kick. Mullen looking very, very loose here. Keeping the hands low. Dangerous game to play, but it does draw your opponent in.
Some overconfidence possibly by Shane there. He was looking to defend using just head movement alone, which, as you say, Phil, is risky.
Clinch initiated by Mullen, because he does just enough to draw the opponent in, to get them to plant their feet. Good bicep control here. May look to fire off a couple more knees, trying to work for that Dagestani handcuff around the waist.
Using his head to tremendous effect there, the good head position. And we have the takedown.
And realistically, all Mullen needs to do here is solidify the dominant position, land strikes. Real methodical, well-rounded performance here from Mullen. Needs to be wary of those big long legs. Can't get himself caught in something like a triangle. Needs to be wary of his own posture here.
He's keeping his head quite low, and he does have an arm in danger there, but I'm sure he's reading it well.
Foot on the hip of Vangsvik. May look and try and cut the angle here on the bottom. Vangsvik perhaps. Nice work from Mullen, aware of it. Gets himself out of that danger.
Yeah, he smelled that danger around the corner.
Playing with a little bit of fire there.
Now back to the striking range. Some urgency from Ulrik Vangsvik. He knows he's down a couple of rounds, I'd imagine.
Yeah, solid shot to the body.
Mullen able to back him up all the same.
Beautiful work to the body. May have hurt him a little bit with that shot to the body.
I think he did, and he doubled up on it with that back kick.
Just up in the frequency now is Mullen, Diaz-esque.
I think Ulrik might be hurt the way he's backing away now. But
that body shot definitely took the wind out of the sails. I don't even think Mullen realised just how much he hurt him with that body shot.
I don't think so. That pivot again right out of the way and responding with a left hook. Beautiful striking. Tried for a trip.
Oh, good shot from Vangsvik.
Yeah.
Again, that movement Pivoting on that foot from Mullen is beautiful, switching the stances.
There's no doubt that Vangsvik is a dangerous fighter, but he's just been shut down. again with the head kick competition here.
Look at the inside leg of Vangsvik. Chewed up, Mark. Yeah. And again, forced Vangsvik to switch stances. That's how you know it hurt. That's how you know that he's in trouble on that front leg.
Absolutely. And down to the last 10 seconds of the bout. Vangsvik decides to go for broke. The pivoting we've been talking about by Mullen gets him out of the way. He tries
the sunshine kick. Fair play, Shane Mullen. The only thing Mullen did not do in that fight was finish. A clinical performance, surely en route to a 30-27 decision. Beautiful performance from the young SBG fighter.